Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some grand draft challenge. As you can see, I've already got the 12 wins in my attempt, and I'll go ahead and open up that chest. And right after that, I'll show you the win that got me the 12 chest, and then I'll play a couple live and just kind of explain to you guys the strategy that I use. There's luck involved, but there's always skill involved in this game too. So. There's a definite strategy. Sometimes you get unlucky, but there's definite strategy that can help you achieve winning a lot in the draft challenge. So we'll get that elixir collector, Mega Minion, pretty solid. Although, as we know, as I'm recording this is right after the balance updates release was out, which I'm gonna make a video on after this one. Yeah, so Mega Minion got nerfed, but today we're doing the draft challenge. Poison. I feel like mortar, and then archers. So last card's gonna be an epic. Yeah, skeleton army though. Pretty good. Okay, so we'll get right into that draft challenge. It's right here. Yeah, this game actually wasn't all that close. I think I had a really good draft. Okay, so right here, my choice is Knight and Rage. You pick Knight. It's a solid card in here. So you can get unlucky, but I chose Fireball. And then I immediately got two things that die to arrows. So it's like, wow, I guess I should take arrows. But Fireball usually is more that was a tough decision. But minions just completely get canceled out by arrows, so I picked Princess there. And something to keep in mind is cards like Inferno Dragon, Sparky, are usually not very good, but they're pretty good in this challenge because oftentimes the person doesn't have either Zap or Lightning, so it's like there's only two main counters, but someone always has one in a normal decks. But in these decks, they're likely not to have them, so some of those cards become better. Also, Wizard is almost like viable in the current meta, and he's a really good support card. Don't underestimate him, especially if you know they have a bunch of air. And if you have a choice between two cards, one counters the other one. Like if you have a choice between minions and arrows, maybe you like minions a lot, but take the arrows because otherwise your opponent is going to have the counter to your card and they're useless. So, yeah, if you ever get like a choice, like if there's a minion horde, take the Fireball. If something is ever that easy of a decision, which so here I actually let the Mega Minion get through this. That was a mistake on my part. I was trying to lure the Mega Minion into the Valkyrie, but I placed her a little bit too far away. Also, cards like Goblin Barrel, Graveyard. What else? Goblin Barrel, Graveyard, Skeleton Army. Cards that take a specific counter and cards that have to be react to are really good in this challenge because likely they don't have that card. So it's usually a pretty good idea to take cards that force a reaction. In this challenge especially, because typically your opponent is going to have a very good counter, and that's going to give you elixir advantages, and it's going to get you tower damage. I will say, like, cards like Inferno Tower are also very solid, because usually they don't have a Zap. So, yeah, so cards like that need specific counters are really strong. And then also, so yeah, don't necessarily pick for Dex Energy, because like, don't pick for Zap Bait or Lava Loon, because odds are you're not going to get lucky enough to make that happen. If you do, great, but usually you don't. So just kind of make do with what you have, and then pick cards that your opponent probably won't have counters to, and that's usually the way. And so here, especially since I got Graveyard Fireball, I just defended constantly, and I use Graveyard. So Graveyard very strong in these challenges for that reason, because Graveyard is a win condition that doesn't need a ton of setup. You just need like anything to be crossing the bridge and you throw it down, and then if you have a spell, you're golden. I will say in some matches I end up having to just spell someone to death with like a poison or something, because sometimes you don't get a win condition, and sometimes you get too many win conditions, your deck ends up being expensive. But yeah, so I just defended pretty well. I only took damage on that one push. His deck wasn't very good, but who knows, I may get some pretty bad decks coming up here, so we'll see. So let's get right into it. Let's go Grand Draft Challenge, Grand Draft Challenge, and we'll do 2 matches. Alright, so welcome back guys. I actually cut right there because I was playing I was playing, and I was actually doing really well. I drafted decently. I didn't get the best deck, but it was alright. And I lost the game because he played 3 muskets all on one side, and I didn't have a spell to stop him. So I played, I meant to play Valkyrie in the middle. Well, I played Night Valkyrie in the middle to kill them all, and I accidentally played a Hog instead of a Valkyrie, and then I didn't have Elixir to defend, so I raged. And yeah, so we're not showing that one. That was supposed to be Valkyrie. I just lost because it was my first match of the day, so I'm gonna say that. Okay, so rage pretty bad. So like I said, let's take. I'm actually gonna take Rocket here, just because a lot of times you don't get a win condition and just. Okay, so Wizard easy choice here. Wizard's a bad card usually, but it counters Minion Horde. So pick the counter, and then here. Honestly, it looks like we're gonna be a really defensive deck, and we're just gonna rocket them out. It's actually not that bad to rely on spells because usually they don't have very coherent like attacks. So you're okay. Yeah, and look, I got a super defensive deck and then Goblin Barrel. Yeah, that's perfect. Even though it's really weird, it works pretty well for these challenges because odds are his deck is gonna be really bad too. Let's see what he starts. I don't want to start. I don't really have like any amazing starting cards, so. Okay, good. Nice start. Yep. That Minion Horde counter. Just in case he has a spell, I'm gonna throw it at a weird angle so he misses maybe. Ooh, that actually worked out perfectly. Because that goblin, that goblin finished off the princess and it kept her from hitting every skeleton. Not bad, not bad. So we pretty much already taken this tower. Yeah, I really liked my draft this game, even though it's super weird. Just because it's like this is guaranteed damage, and then I just got some really good defensive tools. Like I got double defenses, which is okay, pretty good. A lot of times people end up not having any defenses, so I like it. I like it. It's a weird draft, but it's pretty good. And yeah, so I picked his counters, and when I had the choice, and yeah, I got some good defensive tools. So yeah, if you can, making sure your defense has your deck has cards that have to be answered, cards that counter the cards that you've seen come from him, and then cards that are really good offensive. Like those are the 3 things. And of course, yeah, like I said, it's random, but there's definitely an element of control to it. And I mean, you can if you're skillful enough, you can make almost anything work. There are some like just unwinnable matchups where you get unlucky, but it's less common than you'd think. Honestly. Like last game, I had like probably I probably had a terrible deck compared to his, but if I hadn't missed it, I would. All right, so I'm just gonna throw down Rocket because why not? And he made it worth it? No, she didn't walk forward anymore. Rip. Which is so useless against everything but graveyard, which is actually a solid graveyard counter. But yeah, pretty bad against everything else. So we'll get that Tesla in there. Just gonna kind of wait out the time now. Yeah, Wizard's really good counter against pretty much everything in his deck. That was smart of him to go up to the lane, but I have so much AoE. Like with Witch, Ice Whip, both Wizards. Skeleton Army tank there. Wizard will connect with Tower. Goblin Barrel doing work as well. I want that second crown. Give it to me. No. It's okay though. We got the win. And we'll do one more. Or 3 for me. Okay, the first one was just a warm-up game. Alright, so Electro Wizard, I'm gonna take, just because people use it on Fireball, he's gonna get buffed. I'm gonna talk about that later. Also, he does pretty well against Fire Source because he's like another. So, I get the same choice, Rocket or Light. I'm gonna take Rocket. And Balloon. I have Electro Wizard, and then a defense. So a defense to lore. Rocket's actually pretty good against a balloon, and so is Electro Wiz. And then I took a defense. It's good to have a defense usually. I didn't really. I guess I could have taken Mortar, but I'm kind of okay with just trying to win with Rockets. Alright, let's go Tombstone here. Just wait it out. I want to see if he'll play something in the back that can rock it. That works. And then I actually have Mega Minion and Electro Wizard, so that balloon ain't gonna do nothing. If I play it correctly. And before I do something stupid and lose. Is he gonna go like Lumberjack Balloon? That'd actually be pretty crazy. Because of the rage. I don't know, I can stop it. I can. Oh my gosh, that actually killed it. Rip. Goblins. Take her out. Ooh, his fire spirits are wasted there. They're only gonna kill the Tombstone Skeletons. Start Valkyrie at the back here. If he plays Mortar again, it's whatever. Just for the lulz. So I use him once this game. Alright, he placed it too close to the bridge there. That Lumberjack's getting wrecked. Dark Prince, you're pretty useless, but you're almost taking out the Musketeer. It's more than I could have expected from you. Honestly there, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have played Mega Minion. Did I have Goblins in hand? If I had Goblins in hand, I should have played them. Otherwise, I'm gonna wait till she gets close and I'm gonna I think I'll Valkyrie her. Oh this is okay though. I'll just rock it. Got the Ice Spirit too, not bad. I had unfortunate timing on those Goblins. I need to save my air counter so I can rocket him out. Alright, no more Dark Prince, that card's bad. Electro Wizard there. Throw down the Mini P.E.K.K.A so he takes the brunt of the damage. Or she, I don't know about Mini P.E.K.K.A, I know. Whatever. Okay, Electro Wizard doing work on that princess, he'll take her out. They're not Mega Minion, take out the Mortar. Even if I was gonna say even if I miss, but we'll go ahead and we'll be patient. We don't want to throw the game. We have the lead. All right, so I'll take the -3 elixir trade just because his offense is kind of bad. All right, perfect Electro Wizard there. Mega Minion here is gonna do work. I'll take a little bit of damage from the Lumberjack, but that's nothing I can't handle since he's letting my Valkyrie make it to the tower. All right, so 2 more rockets will do it. Rocket does 493 damage. And then if I only had 1 defense against the balloon, you would want to save the tombstone. Save the tombstone to lure the balloon, but I don't need to do that. Ooh, he may get a shot here. Yeah, he'll get a shot, but it's not the end of the world. That's the price I pay for going offensive on the rockets. But I mean, obviously it worked out for me. So GG. Well played. I hope you guys enjoyed my tips, my gameplay. Yeah, so just kind of pick a card they have to react. Pick cards they have to react to, such as Sparky, Goblin Barrel, Graveyard, and obviously if you can pick a counter over another card that you've already seen previously picked by yourself or by pay attention to the cards that you're picking for them as well as the cards you are picking, because of course you have to choose between 2 and the other one goes to them. So pay attention to that for sure. And then finally pick good defensive tools. And then yeah, so that's about it. I got my 12 wins. I'll probably get another 12 wins after this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you tomorrow when I post the balance update video. Peace.